Trent Thomas tries to help out. Logue takes away some of the interference. Smith picks up the positive yardage, and now Riverdale looking at a 1st and 10.
6:45 to play in the ball game. Riverdale driving at the 11 and 33-yard line with a 1st and 10. Just inside the 11 and 33. Montgomery split to the near side. Man in motion across the grain, and they give it to the fullback, and this thing doesn't materialize, and there's flags all over the field, and it's going to cost them 5, illegal procedure.
That left side of the Riverdale offensive front moves. Travis and Davis, left tackle and left guard, moving prior to the snap. Back it up 5 yards. And Terry, what about the penalties tonight?
Tommy, that is Riverdale's 5th penalty for 45 yards. Lebanon only penalized 2 times tonight for 15.
Clyde, that's been big. Lebanon, knock on wood,
hasn't
shot themselves in the foot with a lot of silly penalties.
The Blue Devils have played an extremely well-played game here tonight, and they played hard. Man in motion to the near side. Lone wide out is to the short side of the field, and they give it to the fullback, and they stand him up in there, and he only gets about a yard, maybe 2 down at the 36-yard line, I beg your pardon. It'll be about a 2-yard gain, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 13.
It's almost like Coach Rankin and the offensive staff for Riverdale wants to continue to try to establish that fullback. And Terry, the fullbacks haven't really hurt Lebanon tonight.
Tommy, they've run 2 different fullbacks. Watkins ran it 7 times for 19. Daniels 2 for only 7.
And again, they go with the same set. And they'll bring Watkins across Montgomery across the formation. And a flag is down, and I think this may cost them 5 more. Lebanon says back him up.
Jeff Sawyer in there at left tackle flexed and picked his hand up before the snap. Illegal procedure once again against the Warriors. And John, I don't know if Lebanon's doing something to him defensively, but Riverdale going backwards right here.
You're right, Tommy. You know, Riverdale's had some trouble in the past games with a lot of penalties, and they're showing them again tonight.
John, we've got a little feedback from you. I don't know if you need to be facing the press box or what.
How about now? You got me now?
That's a little, well, that's...
Got me now?
That's
okay.
Much better.
Riverdale has had some trouble in the past with a lot of penalties, and Gary Rankin before the game told me they've been trying to work on that discipline and obviously having some trouble with it again tonight.
Riverdale will now be looking at a 2nd down and 17. Bankston wants to throw, fires out in the flat far side, got that fullback. Lebanon plays it pretty well. He gains about 7 yards on the play down to the 35, and Lebanon will down him at that point as they go to Eric Daniels, who's in there at a fullback now, coming out of the backfield and throw short to Daniels, letting him try to make something, but Lebanon was all over that play and knocks him down at the 35-yard line.
Brad Cowan signals in the plays after Gary Rankin makes the call. Cowan, former Mr. Football at Gordonsville High School, now on the staff here for Riverdale.
Riverdale leading 17-0. 4.5 minutes to go in the football game. Bankston back to throw. Lebanon almost had a hand on him, firing down the middle, wide open. It's going to be touchdown. He hit him at the 5, wide open in the middle of the Lebanon defense, and hauling it in is Montgomery at the 5 and carries it in for the score.
Ted Montgomery on the post route. They ran a little play fake. Bankston steps up in the pocket and delivers the football. Antoine Ross is chasing, and that's a touchdown for the Warriors. John, you've got the call, and you'll have to turn back this way. There you go. That's better.
Okay, Tommy. Guy Freeman in to handle the snap from center. Once again, going to have a little confusion on the Riverdale side. Let's see what's going to happen there. Connor Barnett to attempt the point after. Now Riverdale gets the right guy on the field, so Freeman to handle the snap from center, Barnett to attempt the kick. Snap is back, the kick is up. It is short, but it is good, so Riverdale again scores on the Blue Devils late in the game. Go up 24-0 with 4:27 to go in this contest. The Sideline Report is brought to you by Rose Tire Company on South Maple Street, where you can find Firestone, Bridgestone, Michelin, Sieberling, and other brands. You get 90 days, same as cash.
We'll be back in 30 seconds.
There I go.
ball going 45 yards in 7 plays. Barnett has kicked the extra point. 4:27 left in this ball game. It's Murfreesboro Riverdale 24, 11-0.
And when you hear that score, don't feel too badly for the Blue Devils. This is by far the best football game they've played this year. Had it not been, this could have got nasty. Long end-over-end kick. Thomas going to field it back in the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. Riverdale with a lot of weapons, and they've used them all tonight, but the Blue Devils have hung in there tough with them all the way.
Terry Stafford, what about Bankston throwing the football tonight?
Tommy, he's put it up 25 times. He's completed 12 of those, 231 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
And here come the Blue Devils, looking at a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 4:27 remaining on the scoreboard clock. And now the officials will step in, throw a flag, and I don't know what this is all about. Is it not having a mouthpiece in? Is that what it is? They come over to talk with Ron Marshall down below. Tommy Bryan, you've got the glasses.
Well,
Can you read any lips?
It looks like some sort of illegal substitution. Maybe 12 men in the huddle. That's they got Riverdale on that earlier in the game. I didn't see who was leaving the huddle for Lebanon. We got twin receivers on this side.
Would that not be loss of down? But it's 1st and 15.
If he plays, if they snap it, it is.
Okay. Back to throw. Firing to the near side. Batted down by a big lineman. Good-looking play there. Would have picked up some yardage. But a big lineman got his hand on the football and just enough to start it spinning, and it falls harmlessly to the ground. 2nd down and 15.
Terry, what about Lanning throwing the ball tonight?
Tommy, with that incompletion, Lanning's put it up 6 times tonight. He has 2 completions for 24 yards.
Double wideouts coming to the near side of the football field. That's Lanning and Stevens. Chad Lanning, the quarterback, underneath. Man in motion is Britton, and they pitch it to Britton. Needed a block, and then he blocked the man, and Britton runs right into him, and they lose 5 yards on the play.
Brian Bacher in at fullback for Lebanon. They tried the toss sweep to the halfback with Bacher as the lead blocker. And Britton perhaps zagged when he should have zigged. He went right off the hip of Brian Bacher, right into the arms of the Riverdale defender. And now Lebanon looking at a 3rd and 20. It's going backwards.
Well, the Blue Devils have lost 10 yards on this drive so far. In 2 plays. Back to throw. Lanning looks, fires to the near side on an out route. Flag going to be down. Pass interference is having a hand on the shoulder of Ryan Stevens is number 19, and that is Donnie Ayers. And Ayers was beaten a little bit on the play, reached up and grabbed the shoulder pad, and the official right on the spot saw it. So it is going to be a pass interference penalty.
And that came out of Chad Lanning's hand kind of funny. It wobbled as it came out. It wasn't a good-looking pass from the get-go, but Riverdale, the defender, with the grab. So Lebanon picks up a 1st down via penalty, and that's going to help us perhaps get out of the hole some.
Well, it moves the football out to the 25-yard line, and you're looking at a 1st down rather than a 4th and long from back at the 10. 3:41 remaining in the football game. 24-0. Riverdale leading Lebanon, but it's been a battle here tonight. They've had to earn everything they've gotten. Chad Lanning underneath. Rolls to the near side. Wants